Welcome back to the Dealing Seconds podcast with your Cards and Beards crew. I'm Chris.
And I am Danny.
And I'm John.
Guys, we got an awesome topic this week. We're going to talk about some interesting things that happened over the weekend, aka Cardistry Con, aka maybe some Kickstarters that have either launched or about to finish. You know, some interesting topics. What do you guys think?
Excited.
I am excited. Missed last week, so it's good to be back.
Definitely.
I really wish we could have gone to Cardistry Con.
I agree.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
See, you guys are fine. You guys could have made it. You guys are on the West Coast. I'm all the way on the East Coast. For me to go will cost me thousands and thousands of dollars.
So then let's all go to London next year and see how much that costs.
Just get a GoFundMe going for the whole crew.
Yeah, seriously, please
Start
go fund
now.
us. Go fund us, please. We will start that. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
right. So Cardistry Con just finished yesterday, and there were some new deck releases and stuff. We just wanted to do a quick hit, even though we weren't there, which totally sucks because it looked like
Fun.
It was an awesome time.
Yeah.
It looked like so much fun. So you know what? Let's see what happened in Cardistry Con. Cardistry Con happened over the weekend, guys. A lot of new decks got hit. Literally got thrown into Cardistry Con, and it actually was looking really good. What do you guys think?
Go ahead,
Go
Danny.
for it, John. No, you go ahead. I got opinions.
So with being so new to the card industry, I actually wasn't even aware of Cardistry Con until about 3 months ago when it kind of started more heavily being advertised. People were throwing out teasers and everything, and I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to go to. I don't really know what it is, so didn't really dive into it too much. And then, that day, my Instagram, man, it just flooded. Friday was just, it was nuts. Notification after notification every time I opened up. I'm like, oh, man, wish I could have been there. Saw a lot of stuff I'd never heard of before. A lot of creators I hadn't heard of.
Yep.
And then, of course, the ones that are already popular out there that, everyone's familiar with, coming out with a few things. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, it's my only experience being around card people was Orbit Jam when he dropped the V7s, but I was still kind of new and I didn't know anybody there, and I was just taking it all in, and I can only imagine Cardistry Con, hundreds of people all together for one thing. So
that'd be awesome.
In typical Cardistry Con fashion, they always have a Cardistry Con deck. So this year, which I believe is the first one we're going to show here, is
Actually, it's the Fontaine.
Yeah, it's a collab with Fontaine, which is weird because there's no F.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Is that the first Fontaine deck without the F somewhere on the back design?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's a little weird to me.
I'd be curious if it was hidden somewhere in it.
That'll be interesting. But honestly, you would think that Zach would definitely want to brand his, Fontaine F all over the deck,
Yeah.
Almost every deck he puts out, literally every deck, the Fontaine F is there, and it's a Fontaine deck. I think this being Cardistry Con, I think because of Dan and Dave and Art of Play, I think he was like, you know what, maybe I should go in their direction and just lend my artwork and let them say what they want to do, because, Cardistry Con is such a big deal.
It is a big deal, yeah.
So I think,
especially this one.
Yeah, so I think he didn't want to be like, hey, let me say I am the man of Cardistry Con. No, it's actually Art of Plays. So I think maybe he decided to, maybe not overthrow, a little bit too much here.
Yeah, I like it, but most Cardistry Con decks are anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's fun. It's interesting you say that because I might get shunned for this by some people, but I'm not a huge Tane fanboy. I've got a few, like the Hollows, the Panthers, and a couple other random ones, all the carrots. But I'm not out there, hunting for them. One of the main reasons is they kind of all look the same.
Yeah.
Colors are great. I'm a big fan of like rider backs all lined up in colors, but I just haven't really got drawn into the Fontaine kind of fanboy group yet. But that being said, I actually kind of like this deck. And I'm guessing maybe it is because of the Art of Play influence,
I think so.
Along with it. So,
yeah,
I'm more of their weird stuff like these, and the Fever Dreams like that where he has to show some kind of creativity, and it's not not the collabs either.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not just a plain old different color. Let me pull out the Pantone color wheel and see which color I want to
watermelons, carrots.
Don't worry, you'll be able to get this Cardistry Con collab in the Christmas mystery decks coming later this year, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
There'll be plenty in there.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But moving on, Fontaine and Art of Play aren't the only people that threw a new
No, and now the
deck.
one that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm with you on this
have-
one. It is gorgeous looking.
Orbit.
Now I've said before, I think on another episode, that I was hoping they would have done a reprint of the V2 like they did the V1 on the last Cardistry Con. But this is pretty awesome. It's like a tribute to San Diego where it was hosted, and I love the color.
It's a one-way. It's a one-way design.
It's a one-way deck, and I'm here for it.
And you know what?
I love that it's very simple.
It makes sense with a one-way because a lot of cardistry decks are one-way decks anyway. So it goes with the theme of Cardistry Con. It has the color, it has the style, so I think it'll work. And I think, Chris Brown did a great job with it. And I think it'll be interesting to see what a lot of Orbit fans like yourself, Danny, think.
I love it. I can't wait to get it. I know some people are out there comparing it to the V5. Like, dude, the colors are not even close. So, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I saw side by side of those. They're not even similar. And I'm new to Orbit. Danny was actually one of the ones that introduced me to Orbit during one of his chats. And I've got the Christmas edition of this year, and that's it.
Oh boy,
Orbit's on my list. Of decks to get, but this one,
I always
that
have
color,
one
man.
arm's reach. Always one in arm's reach somewhere. I've got some in my car, at work, here at my desk, over by my chair, everywhere.
I got none by me. They're all my wall behind.
But yeah, so that's I'm looking forward to get because I just like it.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a great deck.
Yeah.
Next is the Danger Decks V2 by the Carpenter. Interesting deck. I know he's from Asia, and I know he does some cool stuff. I think he also does some magic. I don't know him per se, personally, but I know his first Danger deck was really interesting. It was like a high voltage deck.
Right.
Really simple, nothing too crazy over the top. So that was one.
Yep.
Next,
and then Joker and the Thief.
I didn't know Joker and the Thief came out with one for Cardistry Con.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Honestly, I did not hear anything about this.
Probably because it got buried by the Orbit and then the one that's coming next.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
So this to me is screaming, I want these. I'm not a
nostalgia.
I'm not a Fontaine fan, but this to me is I need these decks.
Now, for those who are listening and not watching, we're talking about the Fontaine Nickelodeon decks.
Yes.
The Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Real Monsters,
Ren and Stimpy, come on.
Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, and the Wild Berries.
Yes, but you know what? No, I don't want them for one reason only. They can go to hell. Where the fuck is Doug?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I see. I was never a fan of Doug.
Doug was huge.
Dude, Quailman with his underwear on the outside and his belt on his head, bro. Patty Mayonnaise,
even Doug in his imagination had no powers.
Dude, great nostalgia. I know a lot of people would want.
Oh no, it's great nostalgia. I think no, it's true. The one that stands out to me on this is Rugrats because I was a huge Rugrats fan growing up.
So, Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, those are the only ones that really relate to me because that's about the time I stopped watching was just those and Doug. Then all these others,
same.
I grew out of it.
But you know what? I think but aren't these like super limited decks though?
I know there's some gilded versions of 2. I think of them. I'm not entirely sure.
I could be wrong.
I have
Fontaine doesn't put out gilded hardly ever, do they? Right?
Hardly. The last ones were what the.
Well, I think they were able to get the license for these because they did so well with SpongeBob that Nickelodeon gave them the license to get these. I think the fact that they did so well with SpongeBob gave them the open doorway to be like, hey, let me work with Nickelodeon a little bit more. Now they're going to hear. I don't doubt that they're going to start stretching even more into Nickelodeon.
They may. Who knows? They may put out a Doug deck.
You know what? You know what Nickelodeon owns? Yes, they should put out Doug. Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Oh man, come on. That would be something.
If I'm Fontaine and if I'm Zach, I'm pushing hard. Like, how do I get that?
Well, and you could get really creative with your half brick and brick boxes on that too.
And
your brick box could be the van.
Yeah. And half brick should be the shell somehow.
Yeah. And then you need one for April O'Neil. You need one for each of them. One for Casey Jones, Master Splinter, Shredder. The
Be
Foot
Rock
Clan.
City.
The Foot Clan needs its own half brick box.
Mausers.
Yes.
Getting with Nickelodeon.
Endless.
That's an endless line.
That's a
Leatherhead.
rabbit hole. That's another day we could talk about. That's a rabbit hole. But I think this is a great step forward.
Baxter.
Oh my god.
I just played the video game that came out over the weekend, so sorry. It's very fresh in my mind.
All right. So moving on, we got OPC, got the Cardsicle. I'm just gonna skip over that one.
Yep,
we're gonna
keep
we're gonna go to Smoke and Mirrors, Dealer's Grip. Yeah, we're just gonna skip that. Another Smoke and Mirrors. I mean, by Dealer's Grip. Am I really surprised? No.
I like the cutout of the tuck case, and it's very colorful. So
yes, and it looks like it has some texture like embossing on the tuck.
Yeah, it catches the eye, but in the end,
that's
it's kind of still the same.
Yeah,
smoke and mirrors to me are starting to become like Jerry Nuggets.
They really are. It's
a little
like
too much, too fast.
Oh, way too fast.
Yeah.
Way too much, too fast. I'm just like, I'm over it. Ace Fulton's Casino Yellow by Fulton's. I'm just gonna skip that because everybody knows my thoughts on Fulton.
And then the surprise Orbit
This
drop.
was shocking. Orbit and Mac Lethal. I am very surprised on this. I did not think Chris Brown was going to go in this direction. Granted, he went with Aesop Rock for the last one.
Yeah.
He gets into the hip hop, he gets into the rap game. I get it. He gets those collabs, but I did not expect this with Mac Lethal. This is the last thing I expected.
That's one of those ones I'll probably pick it up as I'm getting Orbits. Mac Lethal kind of turns me off to it.
I will tell you this as somebody who collects Orbits. Even if you're like, get one at least, because that thing is going to, if you care about value, it's going to go up, and it's going to be hard to get later on.
That's true. I mean, I do have a couple Aesop Rocks. So I do have
Aesop
those.
Rock deck is pretty nice. Though.
It is really nice.
He kind of set the bar high on his rap collabs, because I'm sure this is not the last of them.
No, and I think the Aesop Rock, what he did with the Triptych Joker, I thought was a great touch.
It's so good.
It was beautiful.
See, now you guys make me. Now I got to get them. I'm a little behind on the curve.
You should, and those are one way too. And honestly, John, for you, being a cutter, I think you would really enjoy that.
Yeah,
I think you would really enjoy it.
It is really set the bar high for his collabs. That I know he wants to do and is working on. So I'm excited to get this.
I've cut 2 Orbits already. I might as well keep going, right?
Hey, I've got some. Yeah, I got them right there.
Yeah.
Case. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was just a quick overview of what was released at
just a little quick overview of what happened in Cardistry Con. What news happened over the weekend. I think like I was saying, my favorite thing was probably the Fontaine Nickelodeon drop. Just that 2 decks, the Rugrats and I forgot what other one I said. Whichever one. But Rugrats. Ren and Stimpy was we're Ren and Stimpy. But that was like my favorite out of all of them. But then there was a couple that released from companies that who shall not be named, that I can just go with. I'm gonna get a lot of hate back for this.
Yeah.
Come at me.
Hey. OPC? No thanks.
Yeah, seriously.
That's
just
personal,
another
though.
deck.
It's personal.
Yeah.
Those are just personal. Again, guys.
Give me Orbits.
Yes.
Give me.
Guys,
yeah, I'm all about it.
If you're listening to this or watching this is just our personal opinions. Don't take it with a grain of salt, of course. We're just giving you guys our own opinions on all this.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, guys, we gotta talk a little bit extra. There's some Kickstarters that are still.
Why don't we jump into a deck check real quick before we get into the heavy hitter thing here with the Kickstarter?
You know what? Since John is the newest member of the crew, I think he should be the one to go first.
Yeah. What deck are you playing with?
So I don't play with this one per se. I rarely shuffle it or anything. Again, I'm a tuck slut. I'm a sucker for a beautiful deck.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Meadowlark.
Meadowlarks.
Yeah, so these are the
Blue Jay.
Dentist,
Yes.
Yep.
The licorice.
Off of the sweet tooth. Yep.
Nice.
They're just beautiful card. I really like I guess you can't really call it gilding per se, but
it's like painted edges.
Yeah, but man, it's just a good looking.
Good
looking deck.
They put their heart and soul into their stuff, and I appreciate them for that.
I did like their pharmacy decks though. They put out some really nice those
I
pharmacy decks.
those as well.
Yeah, I have one of each. I have one of every single one of those. I'm like, I don't need more, but I opened one of them and they're really pretty.
Yeah, and that's this deck I'll never I'll probably never use it. It's part of the I got the 4-deck box signed set from his last Kickstarter. I'll probably never play with them. They're amazing on the shelf. I pull them out every once in a while just to look at them, and you know, that's just what they'll always be, and I'm totally fine with it.
That's all you need.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
You see, I can't put these down. Honestly, these are cards that I just can't put down. I'm actually using the silver Jetsetters.
Yeah, those are
just
simple,
because
but beautiful.
I'm actually loving the stock. I've been getting more and more into the EPCC stock just for the thickness of it.
So weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
It's a weird thing to say.
It really is, but I'm just loving it. Just the fact that the durability and the shuffling. Yeah. See, I have the standards that I'm using right now, but I use between standards and their, you know, limited edition.
I missed it, so sorry. I can't hold one up. I missed the whole kick.
They're always right next to me. I like
Yeah.
Jetsetters a lot.
I mean, Paul's a great guy, and I just really like the deck. I just think durability-wise, I will have this on me all the time, and I'm practicing with this nonstop.
Okay.
What about you, Dan? Last but not least.
I had a couple Kickstarters coming recently, but this one I was highly waiting for to come in, and it is The Royal Regime by Deryn.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Deryn.
But we're playing with the Majesty Edition.
Oh,
Okay.
And the tuck. I was about to say,
Look
where's
at
the
that
tuck?
tuck, guys. Yeah.
that's nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
I am kicking myself in the ass for not backing these.
And then just for contrast, here is the Highborn, and this is the
Red gilded.
one. But yeah, I know where he gets them gilded, and I love the way they gild. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been playing with.
Nice.
Damn.
Those are gorgeous.
Damn, I'm kicking myself.
I'll be honest with you, it's going between that and the lore deck. That's kind of what have been my go-tos lately.
I like the lore deck. I just not a fan of Cardamundi. But I like the lore deck. But the fact that I have almost all of them except the gilded versions, and I have the limited edition, the one that he sent to the certain people, the out of 500.
Yes.
I got one of those, and then I also have the one thing.
Yeah, you have the prototype.
Yeah, I got the prototype.
Bragging rights.
Yeah,
I got a prototype of the Ink Beast in the other
I know.
day.
Yeah, that's right.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Lucky
Makes me mad that I didn't get enough of those on the campaign. Now I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh well.
especially that coin.
Yeah.
What's always right next to me?
That thing is a beast.
Get it?
I feel like you could about knock someone out with that thing.
Yeah, dude, this thing is ridiculous. For contrast here is my Erdnase coin, and this thing like eats it. Nom nom nom.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's a paperweight, not a coin.
No.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested to see what Jamie does in his next campaign. The Botanica that he's been, little teasing every now and then.
Yeah.
There we go. Focus.
Focus.
Yeah. His artist. I can't even pronounce her name, but man, she's
she's fantastic.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It was
All
great
right,
work.
guys. So I think now will be a good time to hit up some Kickstarters. Got to start off with the successor. There's only
Hey, look at it go up.
as we're speaking, 3 days left to go. Crushed his goal. 200% base, over 200% goal already funded. 264K plus.
Look at that, 970
And
backers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
We've talked about this before.
yeah.
Yep.
I've said my piece on this. It's expensive.
Very
Expensive.
expensive.
It's
Which
very
I get because of all the stuff he's doing. But
I get it, and he's already
foil,
telling people. He's already telling people by May 2023 it's not going to be shipped till then. So you have a whole year, which I get because there's all this stuff. But like, really, and then I just think all this mutes out the artwork. I just think everything
it's
is
too
lost.
busy.
Way too busy.
way too busy, especially for that foil. Now I like those little metal stuff, but it's the cards and no thanks.
It's tough because on one hand they are gorgeous, right? There's no denying it. The artwork is fantastic, but then on the other hand, yes, the colors kind of mute out everything. And what are you gonna do with them?
Yeah, these are basically, I have been saying, standards V2 because it's all Kevin Cantrell.
Yeah,
it's his studio, it's his artwork. These are standards V2 and
straight down to that box too.
Yeah. Everything is almost exactly the same. Hello.
And you know what's going to irritate me about this is once it all comes out, people are gonna sell those things within the 30 minutes they have
Oh,
it. Like
the minute they say,
like, that just
the minute
bugs me.
the minute they get it, it goes on eBay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna immediately go on eBay, and I'm just like, And the one thing that really does, I mean, granted, Kevin does some amazing artwork,
Yes, he
amazing,
does.
but I think this mutes everything out. I think the foil just kills it, unfortunately. But the one thing that really bothers me is the fact that Omar doesn't really communicate with the community, and he goes silent when he doesn't put out a campaign. And then on YouTube, he's been trying to put out some more YouTube videos, but I think it's just because his campaign is up. Watch the minute his campaign finishes, you won't see a video from him for at least a few months.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for me, that's just more like, hey, it's a money grab. And I'm just like, like really be active in the community. There are a lot of creators like you, Dan, that are always active in the community. Even if you're not, showing your own cards or whatnot, but you're still active. You're talking, you're responding, you're making stupid videos, and just for fun.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I try. You're welcome. But yeah,
prime example of a great creator, along with Danny, Luke.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, you could message him Monday through Sunday, any time of the day, and he'll respond, regardless
Always.
if he has an active campaign, if you need something, or if you're just saying what's up.
Yep. Always.
But this campaign overall, it's just there's a lot going
There's
on.
It's a lot going on. It's expensive as hell.
God, the cost of that sarcophagus box, holy cow!
500.
Yep.
And
That's crazy.
I'm like, is this where the community is going towards?
I hope not.
I don't think so. I think you're gonna have guys like him in the Stockholms and stuff like that do outrageous things sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's a place for him.
There is.
Yeah, as I say, 977 people.
But I think it's more of like you have to find, like, in my opinion, there's like a fine balance in like going just enough or going overboard. Whether it's art or whether it's music or whatever, there's a little bit, you have to like practice a little bit of restraint and be like, hey, is this maybe a little bit too much? Am I overdoing it? And I think in this particular case, for me personally, I think it's overdone.
I agree.
Yeah, it's just overall, it's just a very loud campaign.
Yes.
But yet here he sits with over $250,000.
Yeah.
And we're like, I mean, because people love him. Because, I mean, granted, he's a nice guy. He's actually a very nice guy.
Good for him.
And I just think his inactivity is what's bothering me personally.
Yep, I get it.
But now switching gears, the next campaign we want to talk about.
Big shift in gears here.
Big shift in gears. We're going to Red Fox. I think there's one person everybody in the community knows that will be dying and cannot wait to get their hands on this deck.
a few
Mr.
people,
right?
Our little Canadian friend, the crazy individual, Sean Friesian.
Fucking mint, bro.
Fucking mint, bro. Fucking mint. This is his happy joy right here.
That's his muse right there.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
it is.
he loves Red Fox.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have any of them. Gonna be honest, I don't have any of the V1s.
Nor do I, and I don't have a reason.
Same here. I don't have a reason to not have them, but I'm just like, for me personally, I think the artwork is gorgeous. I think the colors are perfect. I think what this campaign is doing, I mean, they're continuing with their, infrared, whatever you want to call these glasses. I always forget the name of them, to do that thing with the first deck that they have. Keeping it on this one, I think, is a great theme.
I love the tuck on this one.
And the
I
way
just love the art on that tuck.
and you've seen that if you put them side by side, it's actually a dual way tuck.
Yeah.
Like you can actually put it one way, it's one direction. And I thought it was a great design. I thought their designer amazing. Let's see, flat, smart.
Yeah, flat shipping. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's just kind of. I feel like it's kind of gone under the radar. Like it
I think
isn't getting the attention it deserves.
I think
Yes.
I think it's not.
there's been a few campaigns that have had that
Yeah.
problem, and it's just weird.
And they're getting probably drowned out by the one we just talked about. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful artwork. I mean, this is beautiful artwork right here. The aces are great. I think.
bright, vivid.
Yeah.
Vivid, bright colors. I think this deck for Cardistry would be amazing. Just the color movements and the people, to use it would be great.
And it's just cool to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I mean
like
that
right
looks,
here.
that looks fantastic.
Like right here, two separate ways you could put it, and
That's awesome.
easy. I think it's a beautiful deck.
See, and I love this. Like, you get to see the concept arts and stuff when people put that in their campaigns. That's pretty cool, especially when it's all done by hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just cool. Little insights.
And even that right there.
It's USPCC, so it's usable. You know, beautiful artwork, and you can actually use it.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, so I mean, great campaign, great cards, great guy.
How much were they charging for this? They're doing $19 Canadian, which is about $15 American for one deck, which is
not
fine
bad at all
for this kind of deck. Is actually perfectly fine.
Yeah,
you know, the 42 for 3, perfect price. I think the pricing is great. I think they're doing a great job.
It's a very good balance.
Yeah, very good balance. I could have probably done without the coin.
I love. Sorry, I've got it pulled up on my screen here. I love his pip design.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all foxes. Like it's extremely creative. I love when they go that extra mile. Like standard. There's nothing wrong with standard cards.
No.
You know, again they look fine. But when someone actually hand draws all this and throws in those little extra things that you see once you pick up the deck and hold it. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that I want to back.
Exactly.
See, and it doesn't take away from it either. Those are hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades.
Yeah, exactly. They're not all distorted and crazy. So you're looking at them like, what the hell am I even looking at?
Exactly. And I think this is a beautiful deck. I mean, I don't know why I haven't backed this yet. I probably should.
I think I'm in for a few.
I might just go for one, just because it's not, it's not something I'm going to always grab towards, but it's something I would like to have and support someone that has, great artwork. People in the community, maybe, I might have to.
I do like there's a puzzle hidden in that deck too.
Yeah.
And he hints at it, but he doesn't really throw out any, any hints or any like clues or anything like that. He kind of just says, hey, there's something hidden in there. The puzzle designed to last anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes. Something for you and your family to have to do when you have the deck. So that also is really cool.
Really cool. I mean, he's funded already, and he's got a little over a week to go. So
good on him.
Go hit him up.
Yeah, super cool.
All right, next campaign on the chopping block, Lo-Fi Mix Volume 1 by X-Dex.
X-Dex, Mr. Nate.
Love.
First off, just love Nate. He's a great human, great person to talk to. If you're new to the community, don't know, he was the co-founder of Organic Playing Cards.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep, he was. It was him and Cam. It was like a college project about bananas, and then they made a deck, and then it blew up. And then I think he left after Slicers.
Went on to do
don't quote
something.
me on that. Somewhere around there. So he left to go, whatever. But now he works for X-Dex, and this is the new deck they have, which a very low funding goal with only 3,500. Now, the decks are printed already. They are done and ready to go. The reason they went to Kickstarter instead of self-releasing is they were trying to reach a broader audience because they're kind of stuck in that pigeonhole with just the people they know on Instagram and stuff. So they wanted to try to use Kickstarter as like an advertisement for their.
But now
let
me ask you this: doesn't that go against Kickstarter bylaws, or is it that gray area? Because
it's that gray area, I think.
Because Kickstarter is typically for campaigns or people that need crowdfunding because they're doing a proof of concept, but they don't have physical products to sell yet. They are not the first ones to do this. No, I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they are, but it's always that little gray area in like Kickstarter bylaws, like, hey, is this really?
I really don't know, but you got to. Here's the thing: you got to put your Kickstarter through a review. So if they pass a review process, I know you cannot use Kickstarter to raise money for charity. That is a big no-no. They will not allow that.
No, that they will not allow.
Yeah. So I mean, these things are already printed; they're ready to go. They're just trying to reach a broader audience. So it's a risk because you're going to take a 10% hit on that. On that goal.
Yeah,
right.
Which is probably what you would put into merchant for advertisement anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, depending on how many decks they printed, 3,500 sounds about like a 2,500 print run. So they probably have like.
I'm sure they printed 2,500 to get that crush stock. I don't know if it's crush stock or not. I don't know much about it. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's see.
And I don't know anything about X-Dex's. The first time hearing about him was like a week before. Cardistry Con.
Yeah, you should definitely follow him because Nate is a fucking
He's a good
awesome
guy,
dude, and he's a great cardist. And
He's
his
a great
teaching style's
cardist.
really good too.
Yeah, great
I just
guy.
suck. I can't do any of it.
Yeah, and
And that's why I haven't backed it yet. The design is not really my thing. But again, I'm still learning cardistry stuff, so it's not like I'm not hunting for decks. I've got 200 decks I could use to learn.
Yeah.
Here in my house.
So yeah, they went Pantone colors on it.
They went Pantone colors, not crushed. Premium paper. Doesn't say crushed.
So yeah, clearly it's going to be 2,500 decks because they'll be able to sell them on their websites and whatnot.
Yeah.
They don't have a half brick. They have a 4 brick, but it's a half brick because the thing plays music.
Yes.
I saw that. Interesting.
Yeah, because lo-fi music. I mean, a lot of people, for people who don't know, lo-fi music is more like that lo-fi, like easy music that you want to like either listen to while you're studying or while you're doing work at home. It's like that very
kind of just background noise,
background music, and that's where this is themed around. I think, I mean, granted, very simple aces. I think the whole theme was to, what was it right here? The custom quartz and the back design. I think that's what they were trying to go for. They weren't like trying to do aces, power aces or whatnot. There's like,
whatever. If you're a cardist, it's probably a good cardistry deck.
Oh, probably. I mean, it must handle. I mean, Nate being a cardist himself.
Yeah. See, I like each one has one pip kind of low-fied out.
Yep.
And
but it does bring me back. This does bring me back to the old, tape recorders and tape players. It brings me back to like my childhood. And
so it looks like one deck and a set of stickers is $12.
Let's see.
It's not bad.
That's
Yeah, you get $1 off for if you get 2.
And there's there are some already out there floating around that people have been using, and from what I've understood, people like them.
Yeah. It's like a couple people that I know off the top of my head. Avi has them. Omer, More Than Cards, has them as well.
Oh, and he put out an awesome little
beautiful video
with it today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Beautiful video. I mean, and granted, Omer is an amazing gentleman. I mean,
he is.
That dude is just a gentleman through and through. Great guy. You can talk to him for hours. And Omer, if you listen to this, we're getting you back on this podcast, just so you know. You were on our Instagram Live. We're getting you on a podcast. We will. There goes the card. But yeah, going back
down
to
real quick. I wanted to see the price of the not half brick.
The 4 decks, $44.
That's right on.
$11 a deck. That's not bad.
Yeah. And
scroll,
then you
scroll up just a little bit. I want to see. I'm always curious what people charge for uncuts because clearly no one bought one.
25.
25. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shipping those things is like at 15 minimum. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks. But I mean, the price point's great.
Yeah.
And if they're willing to take the hit to try to reach their outside of their normal audience, then go for it.
Yeah, it's a good price for a deck that you wouldn't be ashamed to beat up and use every day.
I'm not going to back it, I don't think, but I'll pick them up after the fact for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably pick them up.
Yeah,
I probably will pick one
just
up from his
just
website.
because Nate, I really like Nate.
Yeah. I like the colors. I like the simple, Pantone colors, the purples and pinks. I'm like, okay.
I mean, if you take that and put it next to like one of these, kind of not really goes together. I was just thinking 90s and shit, but that failed miserably.
I see it.
Moving on.
I see it. All right, what do we got next?
Next, what do we got? We got the 11th Hour Playing Cards Gold Edition.
Edition.
By Miss Emily Slights 52
and Bill Davis.
I'd rather just say by Emily Slights.
So would I. So
I'm leaving his name out of this one, but that's just me. I mean, I have my own.
Let's now. So Emily, we all know who she is. She's great.
Yep.
She makes various styles of decks, and they are all super successful.
Yes.
Some more than others. I think Nebula was her most successful one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she
and
has an eye, and she finds the right kind of people to work with.
Yeah. And all her decks get fulfilled. All her campaigns fulfill.
And she does it herself.
She does it herself.
Yeah. I've never backed a Kickstarter from her, but I bought from her store.
Yep.
Same.
Great timing on shipping. Awesome packaging. Super friendly during, great communication, super friendly during any interaction. I sent her a couple messages about, some decks and what I was buying and just introduced myself. Just pleasant experience all the way around.
Yeah, she's super nice, and she's from Long Island. She's actually a New York girl. Even though
the only thing against her.
Yeah, I see. The only thing I can say about that is that Long Island is not New York. Manhattan people, we don't say Long Island is part of New York, but that's just me. But yeah, I think the deck is nice looking deck.
I have the V1. It's very nice. The marking system is very, very intuitive. It takes a bit to learn, but it's fucking genius. Not going to go into it because obviously you don't get to know it unless you own the deck.
Yeah,
which is smart.
Hence it's blurred out right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's super cool. I love the design. Simplistic, and I know it follows kind of a time theme. I'm an avid collector of wristwatches, so
me too.
This is right up my alley. I'm all about it.
Me too. I'm more of an automatic guy myself. Orient, Seiko.
Speaking of watches, Reforest collection.
No, I remember when you posted that the first time. I saw that. Yeah.
Sorry, it's a buddy of mine.
Oh,
no worries.
Fucking fantastic. But anyway, yes, back to the deck. So V2, it's more foiled, right?
More foiled. The tuck has I think she said had like a velvet touch to it. So it's a little bit more texture on the tuck.
There's a gilded version as well.
Yes, mostly standard.
Which has become standard is like most playing card things have gilding, but especially Emily.
Yeah, mostly standard tucks, standard quartz, except for the few
her,
Bill Davis, and then of course Daniel Madison. Yeah, moving on.
Look, I'll say it. I don't like Daniel Madison. Don't like him.
He's not for everybody.
That's a topic for another day.
That's a whole other topic.
That might be our next podcast episode.
See,
if you want to hear us talk about that, let us know.
Look at that silver edition. That would be pretty neat.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Nice. It gives me that vintage watch.
I like
feel,
that border.
Like. Yes.
And for those who don't know, this just released today, like you guys were saying. So definitely go check it out. She's got awesome decks. Definitely worth it.
Yeah,
let's see what she's charging real quick. I actually didn't notice.
15 a deck.
15 a
Retail
deck.
20.
Question:
if she's doing the velvet tuck and everything's foiled, that kind of makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah.
Because if you're doing United States Playing Card Company, then you're gonna have to use a different vendor for your tuck, and that will always make your campaign, the deck's more expensive. Speaking from experience. Mm-hmm. So, but look, gilded deck's only $30. That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. $30 for a gilded deck.
Yeah,
not bad at
all. I like that price point. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I like
that gold. It just looks good. Yep.
Nice render.
Yeah.
Shirts.
The shirt, dude. I'm like, can I just get the shirt?
Well, I think from what I've seen, she usually sells them on her store. I think after campaigns are done.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna end up backing it at some point. Just because I got the first one and I want to get the second, and I like her. And I know I'll get it because she's fulfilling and she's in charge of the campaign, not her collaborator. And I want that shirt.
Yeah.
Well, and it's one of those things for me too. I would put Emily in the smaller designer group.
Yes.
I would put her on the top of the small, right? Like out of a small people, she's on the top of the she's a leader of a small people. She's in that group.
Yep.
100%. I agree.
But killing it though, it.
And you know what? If you have any questions about Kickstarters, where to get renders from, how to build your Kickstarter, or artist you're looking for, message her.
Yeah.
She's been a pretty good help to me with certain things and stuff, and I appreciate it. And she's just one of those creators that will always talk to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because she's super successful, so she's got. If you want to pick her brain, go for it.
Yeah. Long campaign though, I must say.
35. Oh, I didn't even notice that. 35 days.
I'm just looking at that long campaign.
Very long. What was her?
And for the price, the goal makes sense. 9,500 for this, yes, makes sense. She's almost there. She's just almost halfway there.
Five grand in less than a day. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
good honor for it. All right, next campaign we got the Artist Playing Cards, a museum in your pocket.
That's what she said.
You know, you know.
So this is one of mine. Again, not everyone's cup of tea. I super young guy, first time putting out a deck of cards. I view this from a cutter's standpoint. Very symmetrical. Once cut can have a lot of depth. I backed it. I backed it for one for my shelf to keep sealed, one to open and use, and a couple to cut.
Oh, I was just reading it. So when he was he's a senior in high school a few years ago, and he entered the court cards and the aces in a competition, and he won, and they encouraged him to make it.
Yep.
Cool.
So it's interesting. I backed it, followed him on Instagram, and him and I actually have conversed back and forth over the last week and a half or so quite a bit. So I've gotten to, I guess, pick his brain a little bit, but
cool.
Yeah, he actually talks to people, which is really cool. Super interactive in the community. Yeah, again, might not be everyone's cup of tea, but
definitely I'm getting like almost like a Theory 11 kind of vibe.
Yeah,
not
a
quite
little
Theory
bit,
11, but just like some of their like the Saturday Night Live kind of. I don't know. You know, those the decks that nobody really seems to care about.
Yeah,
it's a little more refined version. I would say. I'm liking, though, if you scroll down and look at the campaign, his aces, his court cards, kind of how he does different art styles. So Renaissance, impressionism,
the Renaissance spades he's showing.
So this all goes back to when I was in high school and I was huge into art and huge into history. This is kind of hits a soft spot for.
Oh no, I'm
that kind of thing.
I actually almost went to college for art history and for art in general because I used to love to draw and I used to love to paint. And Italian Renaissance is actually my favorite time period in history for art. I think illustrative wise, this is a beautiful deck. I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful. There's only one thing, and here it is, that annoys the shit out of me. It really does annoy the shit out of me. Every freaking pip is different.
Oh, yeah.
You have the 2, the 3, and the 4. 3 different pips. They're all spades, but if you were, for example, of course, there's going to be an art deck, but if you can't use this for gameplay because you're not going to realize that your eyes won't automatically realize that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah. You know what I almost would have done? I would have done the one on the far left as the main deck. The one on the far right, I would have offered that as a stretch goal deck where it's kind of not quite finished. Like it's, like it's you're in the outline stage of doing a deck or something like that, like an architecture type of thing. Yeah. I would have offered that as like maybe its own deck. And do like a black and white version, like unfinished version of the back design or something.
Yeah, for me, it's just, I think this, and you're going to notice this. I actually looked at this campaign before. You'll see it even here. The spades. Whoa. Every spade is different.
Same with the hearts. It's all.
And they're all different colors. That's the problem. Also, within the suit, they're different.
It's like you're getting like 4 or 5 versions of the deck all in one.
Yeah. If you keep scrolling down, look at the uncut sheet. It is a bit busy, and again, it's not going to be for everyone.
Yeah.
And I view it mainly as the cut side of things.
I'm not saying. I'm saying as far as like the artistic value goes, I think artistically this is beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
100%.
Artistically, I just think.
Yeah, let's look at this uncut sheet.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can get lost. I mean, the easiest. I mean, look at the spades alone.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, looking at this, I mean, I would have done a couple different decks, maybe not in the same campaign, but have them as stretch goals, and then maybe as V2s and V3s.
Because just the Ace of Spades alone, that could be one deck. That looks by itself.
I love
that style,
cool.
right?
That style by itself could have been.
That could have been your limited edition or something.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's a little busy. Honestly, the uncut is a little busy.
So if you don't fund, which you're pretty close to, if you do,
Yeah.
great, awesome. If you don't, maybe kind of think about that.
That's actually very beautiful. Those as art pieces on the wall, beautiful. I think is extremely beautiful. But give me a deck of just that ace, just that style.
Yeah,
I think
that style. I think pick one of these pips, use that as your main style through the deck, and use that Ace of Spades style for a second limited edition type of deck, because I think that would the first deck would grab people, but then they'd see that second one and be like, we got to get that stretch goal, and that would drag people in and be like, we got to get that second deck because that
I'll be curious to see because he's only about $1,700 from funding. He's got 60
really
hours
close.
left.
Really
I'll be curious to see if this does fund and he comes back with a V2 or a second design, if he will kind of stick with the same thing, or if he'll
is he doing this himself, do you know?
From what I've seen, the artwork is him.
Okay.
I don't know about funding too much.
Right. I was just curious. So
again, and
price-wise, I think it's on point. It's $15 a deck.
I think we're gonna start seeing about the $15 mark just to be a normal price now, because prices have gone up on decks, let alone the shipping. So you got to kind of keep that in mind, that things aren't gonna be $10 anymore. You know,
we all they can't be Theory 11.
Yeah, it just well, even Theory 11 is going up a little bit, man.
I mean, even with this, the campaign being a $20,000 campaign goal, $18,000 already funded. Like John said,
he's got the backers. He's got 430 backers, so he definitely has
60 hours to go.
Yeah, he's definitely onto something. So I mean, listen, if this doesn't fund, don't walk away from this.
Andre, you're doing a great thing.
Yeah,
and even his little bio he even wrote. He's a first generation immigrant son. I feel for him because I'm the same way.
Oh, he's in New York.
He's in New York. He's in upstate.
I'm just kidding.
Well, he's super interactive in the community. I mean, he's all over Instagram, all over Facebook. He messages you, responds to things. He's extremely active.
I don't know him, but
nor do I.
I wish him the best, and I hope it funds. And if it doesn't, I hope he just revisits and comes back, because he definitely can fund something.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, like we were all saying, that one Ace of Spades, that style.
As a first-time creator too, 430 people want your deck, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Even the back design, just last little point, the tuck design gives me that Ace of Spades vibes.
Yeah,
so give me that with the Ace of Spades and that tuck and a deck just like that. Bang, you're gonna have a great, if you don't fund. But again, you have $1,800 left to go. I think.
Yeah,
hopefully.
If you don't, like I said, just revisit and relaunch because you've got it. You've got something here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, good job. That's awesome.
Now, a little change of pace. We're still doing cards. A little change of pace right here. Going from a museum in your pocket
changes
to a little glow in the dark action.
Yep.
Or glow in the,
glow in the something.
Yeah. Chris Cards Glow V2. Yeah. Cardistry, obviously. UV playing cards. Yes.
Yeah. It funded, 100% funded.
Yep.
And it says funded in 2 hours.
I
don't like
hate when campaigns put that shit on there. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a personal thing, but no one fucking cares. Okay.
None.
They only care if you have less than 24 hours left and you need $2,500 to go, and you get it. Boom.
See, now, can I just say this?
I'm just kidding.
Only 500, the holographic edition.
Mm-hmm.
Only 500. Okay, this is kind of misleading because I'm just reading it for the first time, and the way I'm reading it's like Chris Cards Glow V2 and holographic edition. Only 500 decks will be printed. To me, I'm automatically thinking that just 500 of these are being printed.
Right. So there's a holographic edition that's only 500. So it's worded weird. Yeah.
It's worded a little weird. So my mind went. It took me like an extra second to read this, but I understood it because now I'm like looking at the goal right here, and I'm like, oh, $6,300 goal, 500 decks. I'm like, where's the money going?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you these cards are not cheap to print.
No, especially UV inks and things like that. It's not.
I mean, it's a V2. His first campaign, I think, smashed it. So
yeah.
And I mean, really, look, it's only $16 for the Glow V2. That is a decent price.
Yeah, €15, 16 American. Not bad at all. Not my personal cup of tea.
No, not mine either. But
same. I'll probably get a couple. Once they hit the market to cut because that might get cool.
These, by the way, I can't remember.
I'll find out for you. Let's find out. Let's see. Hopefully they'll say who prints them. No, it says printed with what, but who's printing them? We're gonna scroll down. See the thing I'm not a fan of is like you need a UV light to see all this color. You know, without the UV light, it's black and white. With the UV light,
Well,
yes.
I'm pretty sure the people that are buying these have them from the Fontaines and all the other stuff, and I'm sure it doesn't have. He has to have a package where he includes one, doesn't he? Or is that just the first one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
I didn't even
damn
look.
thing.
I don't know. Holographics.
Oh, that looks
I
nice.
think it's it's a
That's
classy
a classic.
looking.
That's a classy
Yeah.
little box right here.
I like the boxes.
It's interesting.
That's nice.
It's interesting. The box doesn't really go with the deck.
No, it doesn't. See, there you go. So you got a package.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I don't know who's printing this deck though.
I don't know either. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to scroll and see who is printing. Printing. There we go.
Printing. There we go.
WJPC.
Huh. Interesting.
But-
I
so
kind
my-
of had a feeling the way he was saying the paper because that's how they advertise their stuff.
Yeah, and my thing is like WJPC is a little bit cheaper.
A lot cheaper, bro.
So I mean, he's printing 1,000. So it looks like he was printing 1,000 decks. If I read that correctly. If I read this correctly. Yeah.
1,000 and then 500 on the
500.
other one.
So the goal kind of makes sense.
It totally makes sense.
So and he's crushing it. So
Yeah.
I think he's on
Well,
something here.
WJPC
UV decks
people,
are in right now.
WJPC people, keep an eye on them.
They are. They're doing some great work
Keep
out
an eye
there.
on them.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Danny,
Okay.
why don't you also just pull out the Dark Beast? Just
Okay.
pull out the Dark Beast.
Oh shit! Wrong one.
There it is. The Dark Beast.
Oh yeah.
I haven't opened it yet, but I'm not opening mine.
I opened it. I said, "Fuck it."
I know you did. I am not opening mine. Mine is still
But
sealed.
mine was research for my own project.
Oh no, for sure.
Because I mean, take that, and same kind of deal, right?
Danny's foreshadowing something there. So for all of you that are now listening to this on Spotify or on any type of podcasting platform that you listen to, go to our YouTube, check out what Danny just showed. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah,
Yep.
these Kickstarter episodes are probably better understood if you watch.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on. Ooh,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we want to see that again once we get out of the little sharing here. We will definitely see.
No,
that
that's all
again.
you get. I mean,
Damn, you are a
That's
tease.
it.
I put it on Instagram today or yesterday. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. You did. I saw it.
Yeah.
still tease.
I know.
All right, now going a little bit more. I think the next one we have is John's little pick right here, the McAnimals playing cards.
Yep. Something different. Kind of way out in left field, really. The artwork on them is what caught me. Not buying them for anything. Just I think I'm pledged for a couple of them.
I mean, right after
Yeah.
that, we already know this is printed by Legends.
See
Yep.
that you need to tell people who prints it in your title, please.
Yes.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Agree.
I mean, decking around always made a mention of it. You have to, if you put it there, it just makes things easier.
Yep.
Please.
Oh,
Yeah. Legends has an awesome. They make awesome decks. They handle
Legends
great,
is
feel great.
pretty legendary.
Virgin lead. But
No, they're great. No, they do. If you want foil and all that crap, you gotta go. You gotta go Legends.
yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
a great job.
For
definitely.
like a max run,
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, the artwork's kind of off in left field. Definitely not everyone's vibe, but
Right.
I just think it's cool. I'm not going to do anything with it other than open them, and
Cut them.
I don't really know if you can cut them. It's kind of
We'll have to see the back design. I can't
it's a
remember
bit-
what it was.
it's
Gives
a
me a
bit
little
much.
Gives me a little bit like old Victorian meets like vintage Winnie the Pooh vibes.
they're doing pretty well. Their goal was 10 grand. They're at 9,100 right now, with 24 days still left to go.
This right here gives me Art of Play Cabinetarium vibes.
Totally does.
Yes,
Totally
100%.
does.
It just
Not
gave
in
me
a bad way.
no, not in a bad way at all. It gave me the Cabinetarium. All right, a little picture of him actually doing the artwork himself,
Yeah.
which is great. That's actually a
I
really
just-
beautiful artwork.
I love how abstract it is.
It
It's-
is
it's-
definitely
It is
an
definitely
art,
out
an
there.
It's
art
different.
deck. It
Yep.
is definitely an artist deck done right.
Yeah,
I
and
do
that's
like
the thing. I looked this one over because I was kind of hesitant on it. Caught my eye just scrolling through. I was like, well, I'll come back and check it out. So then I actually dove into it and was looking. I'm like, man, the artwork on these there's a lot of detail. I mean, he must have spent some pretty serious time doing these.
Yeah.
So, and again, not not everybody's cup of tea.
No, but also going with Legends for his first deck, I mean, is a smart idea, especially
And
with
for
this
both versions too. So
Yeah.
that's good too.
Yeah, and especially with this kind of deck that because you want to go with somebody that can handle the detail and actually get registration properly done, I should say, not like USPCC. So you definitely want to do that. And he's going to do Gilded, which, Danny, like you said, I think that's the next standard in the community. Gilded decks.
Yeah, I'm told. You know, we just need to accept it, people. If you haven't accepted gilding,
as long as it's not hollow, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, you just need to accept it into your life because it's not going anywhere.
That is actually a very beautiful ace of spades.
Yeah, that is.
Again,
Limited will have an embossed tuck, inner printing.
I mean,
embossed and foil die cut sleeve for your.
There's the back.
See, and that's another. That's a huge benefit of using like Legends or WJPC or even Cardamundi.
They will get this properly done.
Well, that, and you can get the tuck cases printed with them, so you don't have to use a third party and make your costs go up or wait even more. You know, so that's why I like, if you're going crazy detailed with your decks, Ink Beast, this deck, you know, those type of guys, totally use these Legends people to save yourself some money.
And John, if you ever decide to try to cut these, God bless you on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Well, looking at it, it's just. I mean, it's possible, and don't get me wrong, I would definitely try it. But
I know. Out of any cutter, I think you will be the first person to try any cut. I think you are the more. I think out of the cutters,
I'll cut anything.
Exactly. I think out of any of the cutters that I know or I've seen, you're one of the very few that be like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to cut it. Yep. I'm going to try it. At least I'm going to give it a good old try. At least.
Yeah.
You know, even if I fuck it up, I'm still going to try.
You know, no one's ever cut my deck. Just saying.
Yeah. Why is that?
I have no idea.
It might be in my lineup of decks to cut.
Because I thought freshman year would look kind of neat because that offsetting circle and shit.
Yeah. Let's revisit that one here in the near future.
Okay.
But let me see real quick. How much is he charging for these?
Not bad.
€17, 18 American, which is not bad. Estimated delivery January 2023. So he's giving himself a good time frame for delivery. Yeah, not bad at all. The Gilded is 31.
Yeah,
right on point.
He's right in there.
Point. Right on point.
$17 for a deck, and the artwork alone. See, that's a huge thing for me. Is the artwork? It well worth the money for what he's put into it.
I'll tell you that.
No, not a lot.
Yeah, very very minimal on what.
That's okay.
What he's got.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay.
I mean, I'm just letting you know right now. I just backed it. You can't see it, but I just backed that one.
Nice.
I'm in for it.
So let's see.
It's cool.
Did it go up a little bit?
I did.
Oh, there it is. It went up.
Yeah,
it went up.
It did. Yeah, I did the standards and the limited. I think there's what was it, the package where you get 2 of each, I think is what I did.
That's what I did.
Yeah. It's perfect.
See,
I'll get it.
I want to back it, but the fact that it's saying January delivery, I got to be careful because that's when I'm moving. So unless I could change it, you know, I don't have.
You can send it to my house. I'll take them.
Just took up someone ain't moving.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm sending them to you guys. You send them back to me. I don't care.
They may make it back to you. Who knows?
You know what you really do? As someone's rant Kickstarter, if you know you're going to move in that time frame, when it ends, message them, be like, hey, you know, I'll fill out the survey, but I'm moving around the timeline it's being delivered, and then they can put a note in there, and if they're good at what they're doing, and they'll put a little note in there and be like, all right, hey, double check this guy's address near fulfillment, because I had to do that a few times too.
Oh, good.
It's always nice. It's always nice as a creator of a Kickstarter to be known of that kind of stuff. You know, like, hey, because I'll get messages from people like, hey, I might be moving by that time. I'm like, hey, don't worry, I'm going to put out I won't lock anything until I don't have to. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Good to know. Thank you for that. That's actually a good side note. So we got a couple more campaigns left. These are actually John's picks. The next two, they're a little bit.
So if you don't like them, blame the new guy.
Exactly.
You know, trying to mix it up a little bit. You know, that's okay though. I'll take the flack.
If you don't like it, blame John. We're just telling you right now. Just blame him.
If you like it, praise me.
You know what? We need to make a shirt that automatically right now just says "Blame John." You know.
Hey, I'm down.
Blame John shirt, and then for Pat, be like, fuck that guy.
That would be hilarious. All right, so for John's first pick, not card related, Diversa dice, 4 metal dice in 1 die. Don't know what the hell this is.
So for those who don't know, before I started cutting, I have, I'm going to self-plug here for a sec. So I have a second Instagram page called Cards and Conundrums. My thought process behind that was to showcase decks of cards as well as different puzzles, dice, that kind of thing. So the conundrum side would be, things that make your brain process and think. So I like dice. I don't like every type of dice out there, but it's something that I grew up playing games with a family. Dice were always around, so there's always kind of been a soft spot for dice. Some I'll never use. I bought some and they just sit on the shelf. These are kind of cool. I might use them for some stuff, but they're more of just I guess a small showpiece for the dice shelf. Nothing crazy. I just caught my eye scrolling through Kickstarter, and I got a soft spot for it, so I checked it out and backed it.
They definitely do look interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely look interesting, really unique. Me personally, wouldn't.
You won't buy them because they're not 20-sided, right?
Yes,
or whatever that is.
Yes, there are D20s.
Okay.
Yes, Dan, I'm a Magic player, as everybody knows who's seen me on Instagram or whatnot. I play Magic, but I use a lot of dice. For me personally, these wouldn't be the best for me personally for what I play, because I do a lot of games via Spell Table, which is an internet website.
Oh yeah, those dice would not be picked up on that camera.
At all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's hard. It's hard to read. But I think, like you said, John, these are beautiful just to have maybe on the shelf, or like if you want to use them every now and then for something.
Do they come in like a display case of some sort or anything like that?
I need to scroll down and check. I think they come in I guess a box. If you scroll down towards the bottom, it's like a gift box.
There it is.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
And I think it holds.
Creations. Hey, Carrot Case Creations, make
yeah.
cases
Now
for
there's
dice, huh?
now there's something. Yep. They're cool. They're
Interesting.
They're made of 4 different types of material, all in one die. So
Yeah.
they do make the CNC machine dice stand. If you scroll down just a little bit, that's
Right
for
there.
like making them on your shelf. It'll be
Back
below the specs on your stretch goals.
Go back up.
There.
I know.
Nope, go down.
No, go back down.
Ah,
Fucking tennis here. Back
just
and
a
forth.
hair, just a little bit,
A little bit
more, a little bit more.
more.
That right there.
There.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're good.
So, yeah, it's just a little display piece. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing. I mean, you're not going to get any crazy stretch goals out of a set of dice, but
Right.
for those people who dice is your thing, definitely worth checking out.
The early birds were $24 for one. Now.
Yeah, so it's
regular.
$75 for 4 was the early bird.
That's no longer available. That's no longer. Nothing available anymore. All gone.
Scroll back up. There you go. No, scroll back up. There you go, right here.
Oh, right here. My bad. I missed. Oh.
Yeah, those are still
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not many of them left, though.
No.
Nope. So it's I mean, I guess for a set of dice, probably on the more expensive side, but again, for what they're made out of and the work that goes into them, I can definitely see them justifying the price.
I mean, also, I think for me, John, I think one thing that maybe drew you into this was the CNC machining, the fact that you also do a lot of work with machines and whatnot in your, in your personal life as for your job. So I think that
$24 for a set of those to someone who doesn't buy dice at all, that to me seems like that sounds like a great price.
It's not a set; it's one die.
Oh, it's one die. Well, okay, never mind then.
That's
expensive.
I got
one die.
It gets expensive. I got in on this when the early bird stuff was still going on, so I got a pretty good deal I did a full set of 4. But yeah, it's not for everyone. Again, a lot of the stuff I back seems to not be everyone's choice of things on Kickstarter, but I kind of like the odd stuff here and there. So
guys, just remember, if you don't like it, blame John.
Yes. Blame John. I really do need a shirt now.
Now, last thing John decided to, talk about, which I actually like this next one. This next one actually something that I'm really into. Neat whiskey glass tumbler with chilled coaster.
I'm gonna need some whiskey glasses.
I mean, people can probably
see the truth.
Behind me, I have a whole wine bar here, but I also have a whole liquor cabinet in my kitchen with all my whiskeys. But this is just piquing my interest.
Yeah, so what caught my eye about this one, so as a cutter, I'll sit at my desk for hours, right? So
that just sounds so weird. As a cutter.
Yeah. Well, like a casual Saturday, it's not anything for me to sit at the desk for 8 hours and do a complete cut in one setting. In that time, I obviously eat and drink stuff. So I always have a glass or a bottle in my hand of something, right? So the one thing I like about this, I'm just now getting into whiskey. The tumbler, or the coaster, you actually store in your freezer. So it is chilled. So and this might go against a few whiskey drinkers, and they're kind of the I don't even know the right word for it, but the atmosphere of drinking whiskeys, there's always an ice cube in your glass, which you can still do with this, but the coaster kind of takes up the.
So you can drink it neat, but still have it cold.
Exactly. Saves it from getting watered down, which my brother is a big whiskey drinker, and he's always trying to get me into it. He said that's probably his one complaint is you put your ice cube in it, but your whiskey also gets watered down. So
you need the big ice cubes.
So I backed this actually for one for me and one for him. So I'm gonna send it to him. They're talking about walking the fine line. They're saying delivery is next month. So wow. I believe these are already made. They're out of Bend, Oregon, which is right close to me and Danny. But I mean, they're already funded. They're already hit double their funding goal. They set it for $5,000. They're at 11. They've got 97 backers with 8 days to go still. So, it's definitely caught somebody's eye.
Yeah. What's a neat idea? Get it neat.
No, I think it's actually really cool. I'm debating. I mean, right now it's what one glass is $50, and the chill coaster is $55.
It's not bad.
And I feel like if you were to walk into any store that would sell it, like one thing that comes to mind is Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer sells everything. That sounds like a pretty average shelf price for something like this.
Yeah.
So it's not outrageous.
No. I don't go, oh my God, 55. I don't react like that. So
yeah, I got a pair of them for, I think I pledged for a pair of them for $110.
There you go.
And that to me seems pretty normal. So
yeah, like right here, it shows you right here. Put them in the freezer. These get chilled, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and they just look good. Like I could see. I think there's a few pictures. Yeah, the one with the cigar. Like I could see myself, on the back deck, hanging out in the middle of summer, drinking a whiskey with this thing and smoking a cigar. So, and it's got a cool little box comes in and everything. So,
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, yep,
that's cool.
My interest is definitely peaked.
Just down the path of something other than cards on Kickstarter. It's amazing.
Dude,
what is on Kickstarter? It is crazy.
So much.
If you're ever bored, man, instead of going on Reddit and Discord, jump on Kickstarter and just go.
Yeah, hours and hours.
Because whatever you want, you'll probably find it.
Yep.
Cool. One of the designers, he's an ex-Marine. Launch marketing robbers. Yeah, a couple of them actually.
So, John, little tip, since you were saying you're just getting into whiskeys, little tip, if you're not going to put an ice cube in, if you're going to use this, add a drop of water.
Okay.
Reason being, the way I was taught in the industry, think of alcohol as a bubble, and inside the bubble are all the aromas and the flavors, and that bubble you can't break it open unless you add a little bit of H2O. Hence, when you add the bigger ice cube into it, it dilutes it slowly so that bubble breaks and you actually get more aroma and more flavor. So with that, maybe just do like a little dropper. Just do 1 or 2 drops of water. That's all you need. And you could actually taste it first and then try with a couple of drops. It'll change your mind.
Well, I know they make those, they're like ceramic ice cubes as well.
Yeah, but you want to do water. You want to do H2O. Okay. You need a little bit of H2O.
Good to know.
High quality H2O.
Oh, you need Evian. Evian.
Only the best.
Evian.
You'll keep an eye on my cuts, so you'll see as my whiskey experiences grow. My cuts are gonna just
coming from the guy who works in the liquor industry. So I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, so we don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know anything, right?
No. Yeah. I'm just a manager and buyer for a wine and spirit shop.
In New York.
In New York, that is just my job. That I have to taste a ton of whiskeys and a ton of wine every day.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Or spirits in general.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it sounds like a shitty job.
Honestly, people think that it's easy. It's not. My job.
I'm sure it's rough.
People think I get drunk every day at work. I don't.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Worst things, I guess.
Well, I've gone into work drunk before. My job is like, the owner's like, Chris, we need you to go to a tasting. Taste these wines. And then all of a sudden I go to a portfolio tasting. There's over 300 wines open and over 100 different spirits. God. And you spit everything out, but even after tasting everything, you're still having a little bit of residuals. Yeah. So there have been times where I've gone to work completely plastered. Just smashed beyond belief. But it happens.
It happens.
All right. So Chris gets drunk at work, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Cards and Beards.
We'll learn something new every day.
Welcome to Cards and Beards and blame John.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that you made us larger, that's what she said. Here, I'll just do this since you were talking about it.
Yeah.
Focus.
There you go.
There we go.
It is.
Talk about a deck that you made that I want to cut, man.
Now, can I tell you that? James, Mr. Rottinghands helped. I gave him some direction, and he just went. My favorite card that I have designed was a Jack of Clubs from sophomore year, with the green slime.
Yep. Ooh,
There's your world premiere. Red blood with failed on it. There you go.
Let's see here. I just happened to have a sophomore on the desk here because it's what I've been beating up.
Come on. There we go. That's my my favorite one I've done.
Yeah. This deck, man, I got to say, quick plug here at the end. If you don't have this deck, go get one. This thing, I've been practicing with this deck, and it's even warped. I've been using it enough now. My deck is warped.
So I can reach it. Hold on. I can reach this one. I think I can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Aha,
Fantastic.
I can reach this one.
It's still fans too. It's getting pretty beat up, but it's still.
I checked yesterday, and for freshman year, I only have I think like 6 left on Murphy's Magic, and then they're done.
Really?
I don't have any more. Or, I'm not selling any of my personal stock, so
they're definitely out there. Well, I've got
save that for something coming on senior year. Yeah, look at that blue gilding, bro. I mean, I hate to shoot my own horn, but that blue gilding is pretty dope.
Yeah, toot away.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it clumps a little bit with a fan, but still fans really well for a gilded.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, handles really well too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Just for you.
This deck, man. This deck's gone to work with me. It's been in my truck. It's everywhere.
I've got them everywhere too.
I wonder why.
Deryn, if you watch this, I know you're busy with chicken eggs, but where's my impossible bottle for junior or for sophomore year, huh? Come on, go with my freshman year. Deryn, both and your chickens
and the eggs.
He is surrounded in chickens.
Now that's gonna be a great.
Oof, gosh.
What? Coming soon sometime.
Yes.
Coming. Here, this just turned into let's plug Danny's crap.
Hey, that's fine.
That's fine with me.
Yep.
As Danny shows the Ace of Spades. So if you're listening to this,
I say
watch.
My open Alhambra deck is in my truck right now because that's the one I've been dragging around with me everywhere. So
interesting, really. And that's printed with MPC.
It's I'm still breaking it in a little bit.
I have one here.
But somewhere. I like it. It's a good deck. I like the way it looks. The colors are awesome.
You know, the colors were totally taken from the V2 squeezers from OPC, right? It's the same fucking color and everything. I took it straight from them because it was at the time my favorite OPC deck.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Well, guys, yeah. Oh, no, let's continue blowing Daniel.
Whoa. That's what she said.
Whoa, I think your wife wouldn't be happy with that.
And that purple.
And I'll tell you, the third one,
California raisins,
will be green. Yes, there you go. That's exactly what the color is. Good job, buddy.
California raisins, and now I'm thinking the Raisinets. dancing and singing.
Yeah, dude. I remember you collect those at what was it, Burger King, I think.
Yeah. And no, I will not be putting Raisinets starting to dance across the screen right here. That will not happen. See, I don't have that talent yet.
That'll be Danny's next Instagram video.
Oh, he
dude,
will do it.
I need a ring light. Hey, people that watch this shit, can you comment a good ring light that doesn't cost $100, please?
Yeah, same.
Please.
I got this.
I have one. Amazon.
I know, but I need someone who used one. I need to know which one to get, because this one, you should see my setup. It's fucking ridiculous.
FYI, don't put the light on you.
Well, I know that, but I can't. The whole thing is broken, so it's taped on my desk. Okay.
You know who you talk to? Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I should do that because I want to get two. I want two.
Smith.
I want two, and I want them like up here, or something. I don't fucking know.
You just want to look like you're like having heavenly angels, like casting their light upon you as you create.
Can we get that in a shade of red? Because my angels are not coming from up there.
We'll have them in green and gold.
Just a red underglow.
Green and gold.
Green and gold. Green and gold coming down as the A's lose next season again.
Oh.
I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter. Okay, you want to talk A's for a second? Okay, look, they are the worst team in baseball, and they will continue to be the worst team in baseball. But if they do not get a stadium built in Oakland, then it's all for nothing. Okay, 10 days from right now, June 30th will be the most important vote ever, because if that vote goes to no, they're going to Vegas.
Yep.
The vote yes doesn't mean they're staying in Oakland, but the deal becomes dead if they get a no vote on June 30th. You'll see it all over my Instagram. Guarantee it.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Wouldn't expect any less.
No. And if they go to Vegas, I'm still a fan.
Well, it gives you another reason to go to Vegas now.
I bleed green and gold, baby.
At least you got them. We on my side of the world here, we have the Mariners.
Hey, I like the Mariners, which is weird because
I'm a Yankee fan, so sorry.
Do you even want to know who I'm a fan of?
You haven't made the playoffs. You haven't made the playoffs in 20 years, and that's fine.
Yeah, but how many? Actually, the last time we made the playoffs and we won was 2009. So it hasn't been 20 years.
No, I meant the Mariners.
Oh, Mariners, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not a Mariners fan. I'm gonna Danny or Chris. Don't hate me. I don't follow baseball. Houston. I don't follow baseball as much as you guys. I enjoy watching baseball. I don't follow it hardcore at all. I am a huge Boston fan.
I'm kidding. I will take a Boston fan over a Yankee and Dodger fan any day. So
man.
So Boston, like I follow Boston just because of a podcast I listen to. He loves Boston, so I follow them because I don't have a choice.
Chris loves Boston too.
They have the best stadium in baseball.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Fuck the
but
Yankees.
I say you're a Yankees fan, so Yankees and Boston are like
that's
it's a rivalry that will last a lifetime.
But you know what? It makes for some really great baseball.
Oh, it does. I've been to a Yankees Red Sox game at Yankee Stadium.
Oh man, that'd be amazing.
I remember seeing a couple of Red Sox fans in the bleachers with all the Yankees bleacher creatures.
Ooh.
They made them leave the stadium. It was horrible. Granted, it was funny as hell, but it was horrible. But it does make some really good baseball. It makes some really good sports.
It does.
But that being said,
okay. The Yankees are going to win the World Series this year. That's like a foregone conclusion. Well, I don't know.
No, I say no because they'll make it. They'll make it to like the ALDS, and then they'll just.
Hey, that sounds like the Dodgers, Henry.
Ooh.
The last time the Dodgers won a World Series was when it was a shortened season. So does it really count?
It doesn't.
Henry.
Yeah.
Other than that, the last time you won it, Henry, was 1988 against two. My team.
That was a while ago.
1988.
I was 3.
See that right there? That's
I
from
was
1989 when we won the World Series last time. Right there. We swept the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, there you go. There's some bragging rights.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to hang my hat on. So I'm just hoping the A's get a stadium and then sell the team. That's my goal in life.
That's all you ask.
That's all I need in life. Hi, puppy.
Yeah. So guys, this was fun.
Yeah, good chat.
Guys,
Definitely some good stuff out there. Definitely go check out Kickstarter.
Definitely check out Kickstarter, guys. In the comments below, let us know your favorite Kickstarters that are currently going on or have just funded or just releasing. If we missed it, we're sorry, but let us know in the comments. We'll definitely get to it. We respond to all of them. Also, hit us up on all our Instagrams if you want to get to know us, want to talk to us, or if you want to get on a podcast with us. Granted, we will talk to anybody. Hell, we even let this guy into the into the group.
Yeah, right.
Like we
man,
you plead, you beg, you ask, you say, how can I make a submission for months and months and months, and then the guys and I were like, screw it, let him in. And now blame John.
You love me.
We do.
Yeah. So let us know your feedback on that. Tell me your favorite sports teams and why it's the Oakland A's. And then
it's always the Yankees. I don't know what you're talking about.
Real quick, this Saturday, Black Roses finally brings another Kickstarter to the world.
Yes.
The Urgit. Is that what it's called?
I'm calling it Eldorot.
The soft red deck.
Yes. Yes.
Either way, yes,
either
definitely
way,
check it out.
I think he's only going to be doing it for a very short
1 week. One week. But you want to be there day one because you can get everything in the campaign for pretty cheap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, cheap for him.
For him it's cheaper.
That's it. That's my plug for the day.
That is it. Well, guys,
is that it? Is that all we got?
I think that's all we got.
Huh.
We'll talk to you later, guys. See you guys in the next episode.
Oh, shit. I just flashed. All right. You know what? Peace out. I'm out.